Okay, good evening. Yeah, welcome back. Today is Val's Day. I want to take this opportunity and then wish all my friends and loved ones happy Val's Day, especially those who are really pregnant. Happy Val's Day and enjoy your vows tonight. Just take care. Okay. So today I'm your midwife, Esther Hannah Kwaw. We are still doing our education. It's all about the health and safety of our pregnant women. So tonight I want to take this opportunity and educate on diet and nutrition in pregnancy. When some people are pregnant, actually they don't know what to eat, how to select their food, and even the importance of the food that they eat. So we have to talk about it this evening. Okay, so I'm talking about diet and nutrition in pregnancy. When it comes to pregnancy, and even when somebody is not pregnant, we all need good nutrients in order to resist diseases and to help us gain energy. We have to get the supply of energy. Everybody needs nourishment of their body. You need good health in order for you to be able to carry on with your daily activities. But when it comes to pregnant women, you need more of what a non-pregnant woman needs. So the nutritional need of a pregnant woman is more than that of a non-pregnant woman. When a woman is pregnant, you have to get enough nutrients and then energy for you to be able to carry your pregnancy well. The diet that you, the pregnant woman, you get, it helps with the care of your baby and even with the development of the baby. You see, when the baby is developing, it develops in your womb. For your womb to become stronger and firm, and even for it to develop well, it is through the process of your intake of good nutrients and diet that will help us. The placenta that develops the liquor or the fluid that aids the baby, that surrounds it and then aids to develop, all needs or depend on this diet that you are going to do, what you are going to take. So when you are pregnant, it is very important that you select your diet and select them well. You have to eat good nutrients. So if you become confused and you don't know what to eat, that is what I am going to talk about. So when it comes to pregnancy, we have certain nutrients that you have to gain from your food. We have folic acid. Folic acid is good for the development of the brain of your baby and the spinal cord at the back of, there is a bone at the back of your baby. It is good for the development of it. If you lack folic acid in your treatment, there is a defect, a birth defect that can occur in the development of your baby. That is called neural tube defect. If you don't take folic acid or your nutrients lack folic acid, you are going to deprive your baby of that brain development and then the spinal cord. So let's look at some of the food that we can get folic acid from. We can get folic acid from fortified foods. We have green leafy vegetables. Talk about your kontomire, talk about your ayoyo, talk about your ademe, talk about dandelion. All those green leafy vegetables. Any vegetables that is greenish in nature, it contains high level of folic acid. Also, you can get folic acid from beans and then citrus fruits, such as orange, we have guava, we have pawpaw, and watermelon, and the other. You can get folic acid that will help in the development of your baby's brain. And look at another nutritional need. We have calcium. Calcium is also good in the development of your baby's bone and then the teeth. You, the mother, you need a calcium. The baby also needs it more. So for calcium, you can get calcium from our milk, from cheese, from sardines, from salmon. Our dry fish, contain high level of calcium. So if you don't have money, you don't have to always say that I have to get maybe meat that contains a lot of blood meat. Okay, you can get the dry ones and then you take them. Per your strength, there are a lot of fish in the system. Per your strength, if you have 1 cedi, I think you can get some of these small fish. They even are, that fish is even very high in protein value and calcium value. So when you buy it, you can just add it to your food and then you eat. There is another one that we call iron. Iron is another nutrient that you can get from your food. When you are pregnant, you need 27 milligram of iron every day. This will help in the supplying of your blood. There is something that your blood needs to be have. That is the iron. This iron will help your blood to continue to increase or be supplied every day, and this will help oxygen to be supplied to your baby. So when you are pregnant and then you don't have iron, it reduces your strength and then even causes a condition that we call anemia. When you are anemic, the strength that you need to carry your baby is down. Your immune system is disorganized. So you have to get iron. And some of the food that we can get our iron from, we can get it from our meat, our poultry, our dry fish. You can get it from beans. You see, there are varieties of beans. We have white beans, we have brown beans, we have black beans. All these varieties of beans have different composition of nutrients. If you can take the white this time, you can change it to the brown next time, change it to the black next time, and then you just balance your beans so that you can get your ions in their right proportions. You can also have vitamin C. Vitamin C is good in the absorption of your iron. So whenever you finish your food, you have to make sure that at least you take a vitamin C fruit like orange. Orange is very high in vitamin C supply. If you take orange, it helps your food to digest early so that the absorption will also go high. But when we come to pregnant women, our nutrients or our food is divided into 4. We have 4 main divisions, and we call them the 4 stars. Okay, we have star 1, we have star 2, we have star 3, we have star 4. Okay, so the star 1 is staple food, and then the staple food we can get our staple food from maize, from wheat, from millets, from sorghum, and then some of our root tubers like cassava, yam, plantain, and the rest. Okay, so if you take the 4 diets, this is the first one. We have the staple one. If you are able to get at least 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, you just get the nutrients from these different stars. Sorry for the break. And it aids your body so that your body can get all these nutrients in their right proportion. Okay, so let's 2. The star 2 is legumes and seed. Okay, when we talk of legumes and seed, we are talking about our beans, our agushis, our rares, our groundnuts. It can be groundnut paste or the pea itself or the seed itself. We have sesame. So that is the star 2. The star 1 is staple fruits. The star 2 is our legumes and our seed. Let's go to star 3. Star 3 is fruits and vegetables. There are lots of fruits. There are lots of vegetables. So you choose what you think you can take. Some pregnant women don't like certain kind of fruits, but there are still a lot of them. So let me mention some of the fruits that you can select from. So for our fruits and vegetables, we have mango, we have pear, we have oranges, we have banana, okay, we have pineapples, we also have watermelon, we have avocado, that is the pear. Then we have carrots, we have onions, we have cabbages, we have tomatoes, that is the vegetables, we have contomere, we have boma, we have sweet potato and other things. So any vegetable or any fruit that you can get, they are all needed in a day. So that is the 3rd star. The third star 1 is staple fruit. Star 2 is legumes and seed. Then the star 3 is fruits and vegetables. Let's go to star 4. Our star 4 is our animal source of food. Okay, so our animal source of food can be, you can have it from chicken, our poultry. You can have it from meat, goat meat, cow meat. You can have it from egg. You can get it from milk or any milk product such as cheese. And then you can also have it from peanuts or butter, any of them. Okay, so these are our animal sources. And when you talk about animal sources, it is where you get most of our protein from. You see, protein helps in the development of the fetal tissues, the body of the baby. If you don't have enough protein, the supply to the baby's brain for it to develop, the whole body for it to develop diminishes. So even whilst the baby is inside your womb, you deprive it of the good nutrients. When the baby come out, and then the baby now have to survive on its own, because when it was inside, you didn't give it the good nutrients that it needed. Sometimes survival rate of that baby becomes a problem. And even for them to even adjust to the system that is outside the mother's womb becomes also a problem. So you have to ensure that you have very good protein that you are supplying to your baby. Okay, so I want to just break it down so that at least if somebody don't know how to select their food, they are going to be able to select it well. So I have drawn some little dishes here. So let's take our main dish. We have a main dish, and then we have the supplementary one. So we have, let's say if your main dish is fufu, we all know that fufu goes with soup. So you can have light soup, you can have palm nut soup, you can also have groundnut soup, or you can have the contomere type, the ebunebuno contomere with groundnuts mixed up. Then you now select the kind of meat that you want to put in. It can be goat meat, it can be fish, it can be snail, per your strength and the amount of money that you have. Okay, so you can also have a main dish that is kenke. Kenke can go with okra soup or groundnut soup or pepper or stew. Are you getting it? But when you are having all these things, check that the stars that we talk about, at least you have them in a little proportions in all of them. Then we can have tuwo zafi as being another dish. Tuwo zafi, the kind of soup that they add to tuwo zafi is very nutritious. You realize that it's more greenish in nature, and the green plants has amount of calcium in its high level. So if you are pregnant and you take tuwo zafi and you think you can really take it well, it can really help you. You can also have yam. Yam being the main dish, and then stew such as contomere to add up. You can add agushi to it. You can add or you can even boil plantain. You just mash it. You don't have to let it overboil. You mash it in the earthenware bowl, and then you add your oil, you add your onion, and then the kind of fish that is available unto you, you just add it. Those food are very nutritious for the pregnant woman. You can also talk about your rice dish. Your rice, you can add stew to your rice. You can turn your rice to rice balls. You can add vegetable stew, or you can add all the kind of soup that you want. It can be groundnut, it can be light soup, it can be what other soup? Palm nut soup. So per your taste or your preference, you can add this one. Let's look at some of the breakfasts that we can also take. If you are pregnant, there are some breakfasts that you take. We have breakfasts like wheat rice. Some people are good at that. If you can take wheat rice, wheat is rich in fiber and it is very good, especially for diabetic patients. If you are diabetic and you think that your BP, your sugar level is still going higher, you can take interest in taking of wheat rice. It's either you make it into a wheat porridge or you make it into wheat rice. You can make it even in a jollof form. You prepare it, very nutritious. You just add some vegetables to it with some little kind of meat, or even you boil an egg to add to it. We have mpoto. I don't know how my Nigerian people call it, okay, but it's like cocoyam. You just prepare the cocoyam, you chop it into small sizes, you boil it with water. You can add your salt, you add your pepper, you add your tomato. When it is almost boiling, you can add a lot of vegetables to it. Then you can take it. It's very nutritious because at the end of the day, you are using water. Everything that you put, anything that you put inside that food, you will still get it. None of the nutrients will be missing. You will get it in your body. You can also talk of porridge. We have millet. Millet is one of the porridges that you can also prepare. We also have tea. Some people can take tea. Some pregnant women, if they don't get tea, it looks like they are sick. But if you are taking tea, check what you are adding to your tea, like bread. Okay, when you are taking bread, you can add something to your bread. It can be egg, it can be cheese, or it can be butter, or even salad. If you think that you can really take it, it can really help you. Let's look at Tom Brown too. Tom Brown, you can prepare it by yourself. If you go to the market, maybe the number of cereals that they use may be less, but if you prepare it in the house, it can be good for you. So you can add maize to your Tom Brown, you can add rice to your Tom Brown, you can add millet to your Tom Brown, bambara beans, soya beans, groundnut paste, per what you think you can be able to buy. You can also prepare your oats meal in the morning. You can prepare your oats. If you think you are the type that is not that have a lot of nausea, or you feel like vomiting, you have to reduce the amount of milk that you add to it. As you are eating, you have to also be careful with the amount of sugar and salt that you put in your food. If you are pregnant, you don't need so much sugar. Neither do you need so much salt. Even when you are not pregnant, you don't need so much sugar. So you have to consider all these things. So I have some small picture here. Let's look at some of the, I don't know how well this can come, but try your best. So here you see we have maize here, we have fish here, we have meat here. This is snail. Some people say that when you are pregnant, you can't take snail. You can really take snail. Snail is good. If you get time to really wash the slimy thing that comes out of the snail wall, it becomes a very good nutrient for you. And even snail is very high in protein content or value. So if you don't have any problem, the myth that they have that if you take snail, you are going to have a baby who have a slimy discharging mouth. I don't know, but it's not really true. You can take your snail. And these are samples of some of the fruits. We have pawpaw here, we have pineapple, we have watermelon, and this is orange. So you will consider what you want to. This is another picture. So you wash your vegetables very well. When you are coming to prepare them, you can use vinegar to wash them, or you soak the vegetables in salt for some time before you really prepare them. So this is the little that I will say. Pregnancy, when you are pregnant, you need these nutrients for you to be able to live healthy and stronger. When you go to our ANC, every pregnant woman is given some medication. There are 3. You see them: red, yellow, and green. The nutrient that I talk about, the folic acid, the calcium, and then the fesolate. This is what is really in those medication that you get. But we are only trying to supplement it for you, because we know that you have to eat. The food that you take will supply all these nutrients that I was talking about. So if you come to us, we know that some of you can't eat well. If you are pregnant, there are a lot of changes that occurs in your system. Some lose appetite. Some even don't want to hear the smell of food. So because of that, they tend to hate food, or they tend to lose appetite. So when you come to us, we only supplement it for you by giving you those routine medication: multivit, fesolate, folic acid. It will just help you so that it will boost your blood, so that the blood can now supply you with a lot of the nutrients that your body needs just to sustain you and your baby. So when it comes to nutrition, it is very good. We have learned something today, and I believe that it is going to go a long way to help our pregnant women. So we have the 4 stars. We have the staple food, we have the legumes and seed, then we have fruit and vegetables, then we have animal source. If you get this video, I know that there are a lot of people who are asking a lot of questions. I still get questions from Messenger. You can send me a message on Messenger. I will reply you. But if you get the video and you think that somebody also need it, it is free. Please, you can just share. Let others also have this message, so that those who are confused in what to eat, they can also be blessed with this tip. So I am your midwife, Esther Hannah Kwaw. You can send me message on my messenger and I will chat to you. Okay, so I'll come your way next time again with another topic. But for till now, happy Val's Day. And those who delivered today, too, congratulations. And those who are also expecting, we are still with you. We are praying that God will see you through. So, bye-bye for now.